أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيد الأنبياء والمرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين أما بعد. So welcome to our first session on irregular surf. So irregularities in surf are basically classified into three categories on the basis of these three conditions. So if any of the root letter is a hamza, that's one class of irregularity, and if there happens to be the ayn kalima and the lam kalima, if the ayn kalima and the lam kalima happens to be the same, so that's another class of irregularity. So that if the second letter and the third root letter are the same, and if any of the root letter, if the fa kalima or the ayn kalima or the lam kalima, if any of them happens to be a waw or a ya, then that's another class of irregularity. So in that case, there might be just one root letter being a waw or a ya, or two root letters being a waw or a ya. So on basis of these conditions, we classify irregularities in surf into three categories. The first one is called al-Mahmooz. Al-Mahmooz means the first condition, if any of the root letter happens to be a hamza. Examples are as follows. The first one is akala, he ate. Here the fa kalima is a hamza. The second example is sa'ala. The ayn kalima here is a hamza. Sa'ala means he asked. And dara'a, here the last root letter, which means the lam kalima, is a hamza. So these are examples of Mahmooz, where if any one of the root letter is a hamza, it's called Mahmooz. The second example is called Mudwa-af, and this is the second class of irregularity, is called Mudwa-af, where the ayn kalima and the lam kalima, the second root letter and the third root letter, happens to be the same. Let's take as this example. In this example, qaf, swad and swad are the root letters. We see the ayn kalima and the lam kalima are the same. So we have this fail from these root letters. Qaswa yaqussu, to cut. Qaswa, he cut. Yaqussu, he cuts. Here, hence we see that both of them seem to be fused in this word, in the fi'l madi, because the ayn kalima and the lam kalima are the same. The last one is when we have the root letters as a waw or a ya, is called mu'tal. A few examples are as follows. Wada'a, he put, where the first root letter, the fa kalima, is a waw. Another example is qala yaqulu, where the second root letter is a waw. The fi'l mazi here, the waw is not prominently seen, but actually the waw is inside it. And the third example is of da yadu. Here the lam kalima, the last root letter, is a waw. So here I just have given examples in which the waw is one of the root letters. We can have even a ya as a root letter. In that case too, it will fall under the category of mu'tal. Or we can have more than two root letters, as I already stated. More than two root letters might be a waw or a ya. That also falls under the category of mu'tal. Mu'tal is actually subdivided into more categories. Inshallah, we'll be discussing those later on. So the summary of what we learned today is as follows. Any one of these letters of a fi'l, the fa kalima, ayn kalima and lam kalima, if they happen to be a hamza or a waw or a ya, or the ayn kalima happens to be a hamza or waw or a ya, or the lam kalima happens to be a hamza or a waw or a ya, it's an irregularity. If any of these letters happens to be a hamza, we call it mahmooz, and if they happen to be a waw or a ya, we call them mu'tal, the last one, the last category which we discussed. And another category which we discussed was Mudwa-af, where the ayn kalima is equal to the lam kalima, and hence it follows this pattern of the root letters. we have fa, ain, ain. Since ain kalima is equal to the lam kalima, we are writing ain instead of lam here. So we conclude here. Wa akhiru da'wana anil hamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.